So I pulled everything that I decided that I was most likely going to keep, and I've put it on my dining table. I have already hung up a couple of things. I'll show you what I've done so far, but it's not going to stay this way, I'm sure, because I'll be changing stuff up. But let me just show you. So this is my beautiful old vintage piece that I decided to put over my hutch because, in my opinion, this reminds me of what you would find at Grandma's house. The old hutch full of just lots of goodies. That beautiful old picture. And so that is what I've done here. Also, I took this lavender plant. All of this is thrifted, by the way. Everything. All the plants. Those are some of the hydrangeas. That was a lavender plant I thrifted a few years ago. That little doily, my rooster, and I just stuck it in this trunk. I really love that, y'all. Okay. Got distracted. But anyway, this is what I've done here. Now, this is what I've done here. And I'm just playing with it. This is all my ironstone pictures. I do like this. I've never had anything over here, and I do like this because this is like my little collection of ice picks and my register piece. That is the date of our anniversary, the 15. And so this is what I've done here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to figure out. I've got 3 of these drawers that I hang up that is probably going to go in the center, but I want to space them enough that I can set stuff on top of them. And then that way I will have ways to display some of my other pieces. And then I have these plates I'm thinking about hanging over my shelf over there, but then I also have this piece that I want to hang. I thought that would look good over all those ironstone pictures, but I think it's a bit too small. So I do have this new spot to decorate. And then for that, I'm thinking I have the rooster and hen. I have that. I also have that piece. James is going to be making me a garbage can holder that will mimic the beadboard and stuff. And I don't know exactly when I'll get that. He's been working crazy hours, so. But that eyesore will eventually be going away, but we have to have our garbage can. But one of y'all sent me a picture through the email, so I didn't tell them where the idea come from. I'm not trying to throw y'all under the bus, as they say. But that will be going away, and I'll be painting what he makes me to match the beadboard, and then it'll have a stained top. So I gotta keep that in mind when I hang whatever I hang here. I've got to keep that in mind, that there's going to be a garbage can here. And I also have this piece that I thrifted. You remember I thrifted this piece that has the hooks? I mean, just look with that, with my little copper chickens, and possibly my little man and woman praying. Wouldn't that be cute? And then I could put like some vintage pieces in here. So that's an idea. I may do that real quick and get that done, because I really like the way that's gonna look. I think in my head it looks good. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so this is what I've done, and I really like it. I like this. So I didn't hang my picture up because I'm not 100% sold on it up here, because part of me is really wanting it over here. Well, focus. Oh, it is focus. I wasn't looking in my glasses. Anyway, I just really, I love it up here, I think. Oh, I just hurt my foot. So I'm thinking that, but I may actually, when I get all these drawers hung up on the wall, I may actually hang it like with these, and then I have another picture. Let me show you the other picture that I have. I have this that I really like. It could go up there or like here. I don't know yet. I've got to get these put up first, I think, before I do anything else. But I do have, let's see, I know that I'm probably going to put this in my booth. Oh, that might be cute over there, y'all. Oh, Lord. See, I need a small picture like that over here, I think. That might even be cute right there. Oh my goodness, I like that there. Okay, well maybe I'm gonna put this in my booth. This is why I haven't put anything in my booth yet, because of just not knowing exactly what I'm going to use. So, and then I have those plates I was thinking about putting over there too. Okay, well, and then I also have, I'm gonna put this up with my red and white, but I also have this old plate. It is so pretty. I'm just kind of getting ideas. Ooh, I like that up there too. Maybe I want to put that up there, because I really love this. And I paid $5.99 for it. It was worth that to me. Pretty. Oh, let me show you where I'm using my the Lord's Supper, that piece that I thrifted not too long ago. I'm using it in part of my Easter decor, and I'll show you where I put it. I decided to put it here, and I'm gonna put it up and use it every year with like my Easter decor, because I just love it. So I've hung it on the back of this bookcase, and those colors, it is so beautiful against this bookcase. And so I have, you know, the shepherd, I have the Lord's Supper, the Last Supper, you know, we have Jesus and the sheep and all of that, and then we have him praying in the garden. So then I have he lives, faith, and the doves. So I'm just going to use it with all of my Easter decor. And so the little piece, this piece I put down here, I love it there with the little Bibles and everything. And so my little daffodil picture, I just kind of stuck it there. So yeah, that is a way I can use my beautiful, the Lord's Supper, Last Supper. And I just think it's beautiful. So that's what I've done there. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out where I've put my other valance for my back door. I can't figure out where I've put it, but I have the little, this is a magnetic rod because that door's metal. And so this is a magnetic rod that I can hang it with. But I can't find the valance. It'll come to me where I put it. I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, look at all this. It's just, so yeah. But I had an idea that whenever I get, and y'all, I don't know when this is going to happen. So this is just me thinking ahead. When I get the garbage can here, it's going to have a top, and that other big, beautiful crock that I bought, I can set it on top and, like rolling pins or something like that on it. So that's kind of my idea here. So I think I'm going to hang this up there. I really like that up there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me get that hung up. It has rained all day. Found some of my spring stuff. I just put them all these pillows in this chair like this. And then the extra one, like I had 2 of these. I put the other one on the front porch with my other pretty pillow. And then I found these all thrifted. And then I moved this to the back door because I put my cross with my pretty wreath on the front door. And that's how the back porch is looking. I'm frying up some bacon for James to make some breakfast. Could take to work. Hey y'all, welcome back. Getting back into our routine. I am headed to the gym. Gonna get my workout on. I only went one day last week, but it was such a busy week for me. And then, you know, doing my booth, I consider that a workout. So it all was fine. But I've gotten back into my eating habits, my fasting, and now I'm getting back into my workout. So hopefully we can be back on track. I cannot wait to show y'all the dining room. I have piddled and played with that thing all day yesterday, and I think I'm finally at a good point. So I'm going to share that with y'all. My office is a wreck. I've got to get in there today and get all my booth stuff priced and ready to go, and I have all the stuff that I'm not using from my dining room that I've put in there too. So it is just a mess. My guest room, you can actually see the floor. But I've got a ton of boxes for Sarah, and I've got that blue black shelf James made me, and then the green window box that as soon as the weather cooperates, I'm gonna paint. And then I have a basket full of some florals that I've got to decide what to do with. Probably gonna stick them up in the attic because some of them are for Christmas, some of it's just extra. But yeah, getting there. So hopefully I can get all of that done. I'm gonna go work out, then I'm gonna run by Walmart on my way home to pick up a few things that we need. We didn't go grocery shopping this week. Look, y'all, I passed out this weekend. James and I both. He worked. The only day he had off this weekend was yesterday. He worked 6 days. So I didn't want him doing anything except just resting, napping, sleeping, you know, because yeah, he's been going out with me for the nights that we went out. I spent Friday with, was it Friday? Yeah, I spent Friday with Donna for her birthday. Her birthday was actually Saturday, but we had already planned to go shopping Friday. And I was going to vlog, but she asked me not to. She said, I just want your full attention, and I just want this to be us. And I was like, okay. I put the camera down, and it was just us. And we had a wonderful day. We bought some stuff for her house. I kind of let her pick out what she wanted for her birthday, and just, you know, bought her different things that she wanted. And just enjoyed the day with her. And then we all went out to eat that night. Tyler's family and our side, we all went out and ate. And then Saturday was, did I even leave the house Saturday? I don't think I even left the house Saturday. And I left the house long enough to go get a smoothie yesterday. Other than that, I've been resting. I've been so tired. But I'm finally caught up, I think, and back to normal, you know? I told James, I said, I don't know how I used to do this. I used to go constantly. I was never really home. And when I was home, then we had tons of people over. This was before James and I. I don't know how I did it. I do not know how I did it. Well, he told me, so baby, we were a lot younger back then. I was like, true. And I guess it's all of what you get used to. But, oh my Lord. I was so, I had gotten up Saturday, felt good, slept really great the night before, got up Saturday. He was at work, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this. No. I did the bare necessities. And then when he got home from work, he piled up in the recliner, and I was on the couch asleep. So, yeah, it's just, sleep is a wonderful thing. And I was trying to catch up on all mine. But today is a new day. I'm feeling good and rested. And now I'm gonna go get this workout on. I'll be lying to you if I told you I was dreading it. I wasn't dreading it. I am dreading it. But I know that I'll feel better after it. So that's the goal. That's what I'm shooting for. All right, so this is what I've came up with for my dining room so far. And y'all know, if you've been here, I'm gonna tweak and change and add and take away, because there's things that I'm just not happy with, but it's what I have right now. I have my beautiful pictures. I love these two pictures and I wanted to use them. I've really just kept things that I love and wanted to use. And then I will just add and build on this. But the two pictures I love. I've always loved The Lord is My Shepherd, this little plaque, so I was able to use it. These are my old sewing machine drawers. And then I think this is like a cheese box. But I just added hangers to the backs of them and put them on their side like this so I could display them as shelves and style in them and on them. And I just have random pieces that I've put in here. These little candle holders. These are little coasters, but I love the red and the white. Butter pats, little salt and pepper shaker. This was my little coffee cup when I was a little girl. I remember drinking many cups of coffee out of this, and it is actually an ironstone piece. I didn't realize. More dishes. That chicken my mom gave me. Some more butter pats and a little creamer. More butter pats, a little creamer, some wooden spoons, and some more salt and pepper shakers. This is the fourth coaster that matches these. I just didn't have a spot for it, so I just set it up there. My little ironstone, I guess it's a sugar bowl dish, I'm not sure. A plate, a little bowl with some butter pats, my little teapot, salt and pepper shaker, and some little spoons and doilies, of course. And y'all, all of this was thrifted too. Did I tell y'all that? Every bit of it was thrifted, unless like my mom gave me that chicken. But everything else was thrifted. So let me go around to the other side. Let's see. More little salt and pepper shakers, a toothpick holder, some more butter pats, ironstone. Now the little rolling pin and the little mixer, child mixer, those were, the rolling pin was purchased from Allie at Rusty Ridge Vintage. And then the little mixer I got in a booth where my booth is at. But let me go around the other side. You really can't see it really well from this side. Let me go back around. There you go. There you go. And then doilies. And then this is an ironstone plate that I thrifted. And then this is one I got at a yard sale. But that's how I've got this part of the wall looking. Like my little gallery, I guess you could say. And then over here is the shelf. I'd had it in here before, but it was in the place of where my hutch is. That's where my shelf was. So I just put all of my ironstone pictures up here, and they were all thrifted, or this one was given to me. But the rest of them were all thrifted. All the silverware was thrifted. All of these were thrifted. And this is the part I'm not happy with. But I've just put it here for now until I can figure out what I want to do. And then I've put some plates on the wall. These were all thrifted as well. And I just like the way the green and the white goes with my stuff, you know, with my dishes I use every day. And it's a dining room. Should have plates on the wall, right? And then this is my little collection of ice picks and my little register piece. And then everything was thrifted here with the exception of this piece. I purchased this from Allie at Rusty Ridge Vintage, and I got the 15 because that is the date of our anniversary. And then my mama made me these curtains out of thrifted fabric I found. She made me this one, and then we got this, the friend from Hobby Lobby. She made me both curtains. We had no spare fabric, y'all. And then I went and got this from Hobby Lobby and we did it like that. So that's how that looks. Now for over here, I think I'm gonna put some cookbooks and different kitchen-y stuff in this crate because my chicken wouldn't fit in it. Y'all suggested that I should try to turn it, but it's a square. And trust me, it's perfectly square. So it won't fit any way that I put it. But this old churn or crock was my great-grandmother's. So it needs prominence. And then I just have some old rolling pins that I really like in here with the ivy, which the ivy was thrifted. And then this is some of that garland that I like from Hobby Lobby that I just cut up. That was James's grandmother's chair. And then that is just a lace tablecloth and a thrifted pillow. So that's how all of that looks. Now, love this picture. Wanted it here, prominent. And to me, it is just beautiful. I love it. And I got that from the Habitat. I think it was a crazy price. I want to say I paid like $5. It wasn't much. It was really crazy how inexpensive it was. And then my chickens were thrifted that I just made over. James made me this crate. And I just stuck those spoons kind of in it. You know, that's what it is. And then I just have all kinds of goodies inside of my hutch, which I'll open it up and let you see. It is just a little bit of everything. And I really love it. I have some more ironstone pitchers, flower frogs, salt and pepper shakers, coffee pots, blue and white plates, more ironstone, more silver coffee pot, teapots. My gift that was sent to me, I love those. I need to get me some candy to put in here. I like to keep like seasonal candy. Problem is I like to eat it. Ooh. Anyway. And then down here, just some more goodies. And that is what the hutch is looking like. And I really like it. I like the touch of blue and white. And I'll probably keep the blue and white up for a while, actually. And then my old postcards. Love those. And then this is the silverware that I bought when I was shopping with Deborah. I just stuck them in here, and then that little Bible. But this is how the hutch looks. I did get to decorate this wall, which is different. I've not been able to really decorate this wall, but since we put the beadboard up, I just put a nail, tiny nails in the lines in these lines. And that way I could always like caulk it and just touch it up if I wanted to change it up. But I was planning on hanging my apron here, but I just didn't like the way that looked. So I don't know, I figured out something else. But my beautiful Last Supper vintage plate that was thrifted, my copper molds thrifted. I just put some little plates in this with a doily. The whole wall's thrifted. Every bit of it's thrifted. And that is how I've done that. So I'm really loving how it's all looking. To me, this just looks so much better behind me. Now, I have debated on whether or not to put my candle sconce over here. I don't know, but, and then I've left this side of the wall blank. So I've definitely downsized and curated what I wanted, but I love it. I really do love it. Now, I just did it last night and then I went to bed, pretty much. So I'm gonna live with it and see. I'm sure there's gonna be some changes made, but overall, I really do like it and I just think it looks better. But since I took so much down from there, my office, when I tell you it is a disaster area, it looks like a bomb went off in there. Yeah, I got to get in there. Because for one thing, I couldn't get into the closet because James had to put the blind thing back on the door. So that was leaning up against my closet door. So I wasn't able to get in there. Which was just a great excuse. And I wouldn't have had time anyway. But yeah. Also, I'm going to share with y'all, I had somebody ask me to show my laundry room. Y'all know I love my laundry room. If you've been here from the beginning, you know I love my laundry room. It's my favorite makeover we've done in this house to this day. I love it. So I'm going to go in there and just kind of give y'all a quick overview. I do have to change out one of the pictures on my shelves to a springy picture. It's fall, so I've got to find a picture for that. But yeah. All right, let me do a little more tidying up in here, and then we're gonna head that way. I might ought to drink a cup of coffee first. All right, y'all. Here. Oh Lord, I'm scared. Did I lie? Oh goodness. Okay. Time for me to get stuff priced, organized, put up. This is ridiculous. We did get the teapot lamp made, and I have that shade, so that got done. Oh, do y'all remember these? These are the pieces that my booth neighbor gave me. She gave me two just alike. Anyway, I made them into lamps, and I'm going to put these on my, probably going to put them on my mantle. I really like them, so probably gonna put them on my mantle, and then the lights that I have on my mantle I can probably put in my booth. But as you can see, I have a mess. But oh, I need to share with y'all what I got in this bag. This is a little thrift haul that I picked up when I was out shopping with Delana. So I'll show y'all that in a minute. Let me get some of this organized and priced, and then I'll be able to show y'all more. I'll show y'all that, and there's a couple things in here that I'm giving to my mama too. So let me get busy, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it is just storming outside, and it's just black as it can be. But y'all, this I've had this thing for years, and this is what I had over my cabinets where I put the big crock that I purchased. I had this originally with the fern and everything in it, but is this not beautiful? And I have the smaller one already, like it in my booth, but I'm going to be putting this in my booth. It's a planter, and I just think it's the coolest thing, but I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to pass it on. Like I said, I have probably had this thing, oh my gosh, over 25 years. Easy. So, I guess it's vintage. So I'm going to be putting that in my booth. And then for my little thrift haul I got the other day at the Goodwill, I found this beautiful pillow. It is simply gorgeous. And I tried to get Delana to get it for her house, but she didn't want it. So I'm just going to put it in the booth. I think it's so pretty. It doesn't go with anything. I wonder how that would look on my bed. I don't know. I'm going to put it in the booth. And then I also picked up these, which I thought were gorgeous. There's two just alike. And I'm going to put them in the booth. I thought they were so pretty. So that is the only things that I thrifted. I have tons of my own stuff that I've thrifted that I'm no longer using that I'm going to be putting in my booth. So I've got to get busy pricing stuff. All right, I got to quit yakking, y'all. And I got to get busy. Ta-da! All this is going to the booth. That's tax stuff. Those two things are my mama's. That goes on our boat, and I'm trying to decide what to do with that. This is donations to the thrift store. Oh, I need to put this up because these are going to be going later on. I'll take them to the booth. So I ran out of stickers. I had to order some more stickers. I have some stuff to price in another box, but I have enough to take. I have plenty to take. The bin is full. This stuff on top, and then that's my work bag. So I'm good. I'll have plenty to take. Oh, I did want to hang this up. I want to hang this up right here. So I need to do that. And now we use it as a planter. I love it. Okay. All right, so I'm calling it a day in here. Well, I got to put this back together because I just took it out to hang that up. Oh my goodness. This bag is so full, but everything in here is necessity because you never know when you might need something. And trust me, this bag came in handy the other day when me and my daddy were working on my booth. So, yeah, let me get it zipped up. The only thing I've tweaked is I added my little black and white speckled chickens up here. I just love them. I don't know that they'll stay there, but I've put them there for now. And then this little basket that I've held on to, I just put some lavender pieces in it. And then look at this beautiful cup. That mug is so cute. So that's what I've done there. Okay, real quick before I wrap up this video, I've been editing it. I know it's long and I'm sorry. So if you're here, if you're still here, thank you. I'm gonna share with y'all my laundry room. Like I said, I've gotten quite a few new subscribers, so I've had several ask if I would share my laundry room. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to flip the camera around and share it, and then I'll say goodbye to y'all. As you walk in, this is what you see. Of course, the washer and dryer. James, this was our very first makeover we did, if you're new here, and this is the brick panels from Home Depot. I did the German smear on. He made the shelves, and I had started out with a few antique pieces that were family pieces, and it has just grown. So I just have bunches of vintage bottles, pictures, all kinds of stuff. This was a DIY from Dollar Tree. And then this shelf is just lots and lots of goodies. I changed that picture out for the different seasons. And then up there, vintage antique goodies, a lot of family pieces, a lot of thrifted pieces. Then over here, I have some washboards and vintage pieces over here. And then behind me, this was a score, was it last year? I got this at a yard sale, and then I made this shelf out of some old fence boards. Actually, they come off of Cody and Sarah's old deck they tore down. More vintage goodies up here. Thrifted. I made this when I was into making stuff with the vinyl cutting machine. And then a bunch of other goodies. Now this was my great-grandmother's bonnet. That's thrifted. The peg shelf's thrifted. All this is thrifted. I have this extra hamper. It's thrifted as well. Thrifted rug. And then over here is a beautiful frame with the print of them ladies washing clothes. And then my basket is thrifted, as well as the hanger on it that it's on. And it's got multiple hangers, and I really love this. It comes in so handy. And then this is a little bucket that I keep all my lint and dryer sheets in. I don't have a trash can in here, so I use that. And then when it gets full, I empty it. An old crate on the wall with, these were my mama's when I was growing up. She always had this. And it's just a bunch of different sewing pieces that are thrifted. And that is my laundry room. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite rooms. Above me is this ladder that we made. James made this, and this is what I use to keep my hangers, obviously. And then, like, if I have one or two pieces that I don't want to dry, I will hang them from there. I also use this peg rack to, like, my sports bras and things like that. I'll use a peg rack and hang them there. So it's decorative, but very functional for me. So I really love this. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. This is what happens when I don't film for a few days in a row. I just feel like I have so much to share with y'all and catch up. I appreciate y'all understanding me needing some time off and just kind of like stepping away from filming anything. So thank you for that. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Tomorrow's booth day. You know what that means. Bye, y'all.